Hello, everybody. My name is Diego Serrano. I am a student at UNLV, and in this video presentation for Gaming 225, I will be discussing the life, story, and significance of Howard Robert Hughes Jr., who was one of the most innovative and most successful businessmen in all of Las Vegas. A little bit of backstory before I do begin this presentation. Howard Hughes was basically a very successful businessman, aviator, and film enthusiast who did achieve a status of prosperity at a very young age. And this would help him drive his business adventures more as his career went on, and which would lead him to make big purchases in Las Vegas and in the Las Vegas Valley in general that would make him very innovative and successful. So Howard Hughes, like I said, achieved a status of prosperity at a very young age. And in his lifetime, he was one of the wealthiest and most influential person of his lifetime. He was mainly a versatile entrepreneur who encountered a lot of wealth, and his ways of negotiation and business strategy made him a driving force to change the city into a glamorous resort town that we see today. So this slide that I'll be presenting to you guys is the early success and beginnings of Howard Hughes. Howard Hughes was born in 1905 on December 24th in Humble, Texas. His family was very wealthy, and his father was a successful businessman and innovator from Missouri. His family was very wealthy, and he did eventually quit school to take control of his father's business, which was the Hughes Tool Company. That company did sell in 1972 for a multi-billion-dollar deal and would help Hughes get a lot of financial success early on in his life that would help him make other deals later on in his future. So before Howard Hughes eventually would go to Vegas and make all these major deals with hotels and casinos and help shape the way we see it today, I would like to talk a little bit more about his early business ventures. These include the Hollywood industry and the aviation industry as well. Both these two moves that he did before he would go to Vegas really made him very good in business deals and communicating with people to try to make him stand apart from other people. So the first part of this is his move to Hollywood in Los Angeles. He wanted to pursue a career in the movie industry, and he would help go on to produce a lot of movies during this time. Along with that, he also was very interested in aviation. With that, in Culver City, he did found the Hughes Aircraft Company. And then shortly after, he would buy a share of the Trans World Airlines in 1939. So these events in film and aviation made him very successful in the business world, pretty much. So after that, Hughes would eventually make his next move to Vegas. And this is where the interesting part happens, where he would eventually go on to purchase Desert Inn Hotel and Casino. So starting in the 60s, he would set the standard for many of the hotels and casinos on the Las Vegas Strip that we see today. The Desert Inn Hotel and Casino, which was a very popular destination on the Strip, was purchased by Hughes for a total of $6.2 million in cash and then $7 million in loans. At the time, Howard Hughes didn't have a gaming license, so he did receive one from then Nevada Governor Paul Laxalt by pleading on his behalf, pretty much. And he got this assistance from Paul Laxalt as well. And then shortly after, before all this, there was a lot of gambling issues, and people were unsure if it should be legal or not. And legalization of gambling was sort of starting to, gain a lot more interest as well. And then in 1969, the legislator would pass the Corporate Gaming Act, and this would help the Desert Inn Hotel and Casino become one of the most popular destinations in Las Vegas, pretty much. So with these purchases and with Hughes' exceptional business attitude, He would change the face of Las Vegas for decades to come. Outside of the Strip in Las Vegas, he would also go on to own around six other resorts or standalone casinos. And there would also be a seventh hotel that he would also own in Reno as well. He would also own properties that were not really doing anything with gambling or hotel and casinos. One of these is the North Las Vegas Airport. But also, he would also buy the Silver Slipper and the Sands Hotel. And these purchases played as an important role in changing the city, and it also helped shape Las Vegas and what we see today. One of the most interesting parts that I did find when learning about Howard Hughes was that he bought 25,000 acres of land, which is now Summerlin, which is a master plan community. And pretty much and Summerlin was actually named after his paternal grandmother, Jean Amelia Summerlin. So 25,000 acres of land, which we now know as the master plan community of Summerlin. This would also help him make him a popular real estate inventor as well, just besides hotels and casinos. In 1966, though, Hughes did enter a drug problem and a lot of personal issues that sometimes would hinder, making business deals. But overall, Hughes did bring a sense of respectability, glamour, and wholesomeness to Las Vegas that it didn't have really back then, because Hughes was basically one of the most important players in shaping the casinos, the layout, and the style of Vegas that we see today. A very, lots of neon lights, lots of bustling casinos and hotels on the Strip, and basically just a city of entertainment and fun. And that's really what Hughes really wanted to envision with this as well. So overall, these are my references. I did use, for these sources, the Public Broadcasting Service by gaining a little bit more about Howard Hughes. I did also use Britannica, which gave me a little bit more backstory about how Hughes became successful. And using the Las Vegas Journal, I also did know more about how he changed Las Vegas. And using the Las Vegas Sun and Nevada magazine, I learned more why Hughes is probably the most successful innovator in the city of Las Vegas.